My mind is just blown.
History is more complicated than the simple narrative that we get in school.
It sure is. This is phenomenal.
Comedian Issa Rae came to me knowing that her mother's roots ran deep in Louisiana. Tracing those roots uncovered a story that would take Issa completely by surprise. The story begins with her third great-grandfather, a man named Dorson Charbonnet. We found Dorson, along with his family, listed by name in the 1860 census, which was unusual because this census was recorded during slavery, and enslaved people were not named on federal documents.
If they were named, would they be free?
The Charbonnets were free.
How did they get away with that?
The answer to Issa's question lay with Dorson's mother, a woman named Malit Bollier. Malit was born into slavery sometime around 1790, but in March of 1816, she was emancipated by a man named Jean-Louis Bollier. And Jean-Louis was something that many people don't even realize existed, a black slave owner. Your ancestor was freed by another black person.
What? He was black? Wow.
He is a free man of color in 1816, freeing two black women whom he owns. One named Mary, 48 years old, one named Melit, who was mixed herself, 30 years old.
So you just blew my mind even more.
Mm-hmm.
So they were owned by
Another black person. Slavery was a very complicated institution.
Yes, it was.
We now knew how Dorson's mother, Melit, became free. But there was still a question in front of us. What about his father? On his wedding certificate, we saw that Dorson was the son of a man named Amable Charbonnet. And we soon discovered something quite interesting about Amable. He and Melit never were married.
Ooh.
Instead, Amable remained married to another woman.
I already know what it is.
Now.
Okay.
So what do you make of that?
So Dorson was mulatto. So Amable was white.
You got it. Your fourth great-grandfather was a white man.
This is so... It's like you just took me through a soap opera, like a slave soap opera. Whew, wow. That is some twisted family history.
There was a final twist to this story. Records show that Amable was not actually from Louisiana. He was born in 1789 in what was then known as Saint-Domingue. Today, it's the island of Haiti. At the time, Saint-Domingue was an extraordinarily profitable French colony and one of the world's largest importers of slave labor.
So he was a white Frenchman born in Haiti.
You got it.
Wow.
So you have Haitian roots.
Look at us, the French till we die.
Issa's words were about to take on a very literal meaning. In August of 1791, the enslaved people of Saint-Domingue rose up, launching what we now call the Haitian Revolution, the most successful slave revolt in human history. Amable would soon escape the violence, but his father, Issa's fifth great-grandfather, Jean Charbonnet, wasn't so lucky. Jean was killed in a massacre in early 1804, a fact that inspired Issa to reflect on the complex shape of her newfound family tree.
There's something so empowering about knowing where you've come from, where you descended, what your story is. And I feel like I have more clarity of what my family story is. And whether I like it or not, it does inform a lot of who I am.
Discovering the stories of our ancestors can be a profoundly transformative experience, changing the way we see ourselves, our families, and our shared history. To see more incredible stories, click below. And thank you for watching.